Hi everybody, let's talk about deleting records. So we have a table called order details, and that table has currently 2000 rows. Let's insert a bunch of rows to these tables. I'm going to go to developer tools, execute SQL query, and I have a prepared SQL query that basically duplicates the data 6 more times and creates numbers that are large. Great. So now our table has 15,000 rows. And let's say that we need to delete them. The idea here is to distinguish different delete methodologies. So the migrated code will work like your original Magic application, which means that you'll have a business process with a table defined in it, a from, a where, and activity delete. Let's run this and see what happens. So we're going to go Shift F3, enter, enter. It's going to run this program, and it took us almost 3 seconds to do that, which is quite a long time. Let's see what it actually does when it does that. Let's run this with the profiler. So first we'll insert the rows again, and then we'll run it using the profiler. And we got the information. So again, it took about 3 seconds, and we can see over here that a select statement was made to orders where order ID is greater than 20,000. We can actually see the SQL over here, which is great. And then we can see that separate delete commands were sent to the database. 12,936 delete statements were sent to the database. And that's just the way the code works. It was the design of a business process where for every row you do the row cycle, enter row, leave row, and then delete it. The activity of delete happens after the leave row and saving row events. But we can make this faster. Let me introduce you to entity delete. So let's go to our program, or our controller, and instead of executing it, let's just say, you know what, order details, and od.delete, where od.order ID is greater or equal to 20,000. And we'll just not run our task, we'll not run our controller. So we've defined the table, and we've said table.delete and the filters that we want to send it. Let's see what happens now. Let's run the application. We'll start by inserting our rows, and we'll run our delete controller. And it's done in 30 milliseconds. Let's review what it was doing. Let's go ahead again and insert some rows. And this time run it with the profiler. So all it did is a single SQL statement saying delete from order details where order ID is greater or equal to 20,000. Okay? No more, we don't need a select statement, no locking if you had locking by mistake, no separate delete statements, just one delete statement with the conditions that executes as a whole and runs very, very fast on the database. Now, once we have that, it actually accounts for a lot less code because we no longer need anything here. We can just delete it all and reduce it to these 2 lines of code. So let's review the change. Okay, so instead of having our controller, all we did is define the entity and called entity delete to perform this operation. Now there are several other useful entity methods like entity insert or entity insert if not found, entity update, min, max, count. All of these, min, max, and count, accepts a filter and brings you an aggregate results without iterating each and every one of those rows. I encourage you to explore this, and I hope you'll find this useful.